Hi, everybody. Let's call this a somewhat brief update to the fact that everything is on track and this atmospheric river that started back on Monday evening, coming up on 4 o'clock on this Wednesday, is basically ending after giving us some 42 hours of absolute steady rain. And you know what? That is an atmospheric river. You don't get a front coming in, then there's a break, and then a front comes in, then there's a rain break. No, it's not an atmospheric river. This was an atmospheric river. 42 hours of absolute steady rain that produced some of the heaviest rain rates at times that we have seen going all the way back to last Thursday. Now, what is up right now, coming to you, it's just coming up on 4 o'clock in the afternoon on this Wednesday, is the radar. What I want you to notice is the white background, no longer steady rain. Now, there are some showers moving in the Tillamook, but here's the back edge of this atmospheric river just about ready to push and clear out of Salem, which will happen in the coming, half an hour. It's been slower to get out of here than what I thought, but it's 4 o'clock now. So certainly within the next 2 hours, going into 6 o'clock, all of this will be through Portland. It will still be raining in the gorge, and then the gorge will clear out of it this evening. Now, we have showers in the forecast overnight, but the steady rain pushes over. And notice with me again, the fact that the coast is showing some rapid drying. Here's what's cool about that. This is the National Weather Service's watch warning map. This bright color is the flood advisory that, as of right now, is still up until 1 o'clock tonight, Thursday, 1 a.m. on Thursday. But notice how the flood advisory no longer in effect for the coast where the steady rain has stopped, no longer in effect for the counties from the peak of the coast range to the beach. And my big update is every single river flood warning along the coast, the ones in Tillamook County, the ones in Lincoln County, they are no longer in effect. All of those rivers have dropped, including the Wilson, have dropped below flood stage. The only exception at 4 o'clock this afternoon is the Cowlitz River up in Cowlitz County. That river is also receding, but it's still right around flood stage. That will continue to recede this evening, and at some point this evening, that flood warning will be dropped, and then that's it. All the river flood warnings will be gone, and probably at some point this evening, before 1 a.m., the Weather Service will drop this flood advisory as well. So we are now nearing the end of all this crazy, crazy rain and crazy, crazy, incredibly mild weather. It's still pretty nice out temperature-wise, but it's not 60. So going into 4 o'clock this afternoon, it's 42 in Portland. We've basically been steady at 52 for the most part since about 8 o'clock this morning. Salem has actually dropped into the upper 40s at 48. How about that? 50 degrees in Vancouver. I'll show you the other temps. 48 in Hillsborough, 48 in Salem, as we just mentioned. I can't believe that's correct. 63 McMinnville. I can't believe that is correct because look at all the surrounding temperatures. They've all cooled. 47 in Oregon City. So clearly we are transitioning out of that very warm, very wet plume of air mass that was the atmospheric river. Clearly that's moving out. So this is all terrific, terrific news. I do want to show you, we're not done with the rain. We're done with the steady rain. That's what's going to be ending in the coming couple of hours. But there are more weather systems to come. So here's the upper level flow pattern on the left. Here's just the infrared satellite picture, and the yellow and red crosses. Those are lightning strikes. So you can see a band of moisture just offshore. Look at my mouse. This low will quickly come into that. So we have another weather system that's going to come in just like that on Thursday. Weather modeling basically shows us about 1/4 to 1/2 of an inch of a rain potential on Thursday with this next weather system coming in. It will be unstable. Absolutely expect a scattered shower day on Thursday with heavy downpours mixed in. A reasonable chance that we hear a rumble of thunder. Maybe there's a hailstorm that ignites in some of the downpours. Some gusty winds along heavy shower activity, but otherwise not much wind with this. Now, this bigger plume of moisture out here, and you can see the low digging, if you look on the left in the upper contour, that is a warm push of air that will come in on Saturday. And Saturday, we get back into steady rain. Right now, it looks like most of Saturday is going to be steady rain. It's not atmospheric river. It's a weather system coming in with a warm front. And again, warm fronts usually produce hours of steady rain, stratiform cloudiness. And then the trailing front with that comes into the area, but basically stalls and falls apart on Sunday. Because of that, I feel like Sunday's a day that's going to have a continuing shower chance, although I don't expect much in the rain gauge. Saturday, if I didn't mention, could have as much as a half to 3/4 of an inch of rain. So that's going to be another good soak. Now, I was going to show you snow levels in a moment, but realize there's more rain to come. The big headline here is just that we're simply getting out of what has been steady moisture. All right. Thank you, Hillcrest, for sponsoring my Mount Hood page. I always like to do that. Hillcrest Ski and Sports in Gresham. So tomorrow, the snow level 3,000 feet down to 2,500 feet. Again, we're changing gears. We're getting back to more of a typical weather pattern. Should be enough moisture coming in that you get 4 to 7 inches, including during the morning hours, the beginning of accumulating snow over Cascade passes. So if you're traveling tomorrow over the Cascades, be prepared for winter weather. And then Friday's kind of flurries, the sun breaks, maybe an inch or so up there, but pretty quiet. And then here comes that warmer push of air. And down here in the blue boxes, notice the snow levels. Friday, 2003. And there's that warm push, Saturday, 4,500 to 5,500 feet. That would be all rain at Government Camp, but the potential of up to 10 inches of a wet, heavy snow falling at Timberline at 6,000 feet and some gusty southwest winds. Then that clears Sunday, some showers, not much moisture. And then all weather models now show that we kick off at least a couple of dry days to start next week, including on Monday. I do want to show you what the temperatures are. Look how wet Government Camp is, 35 degrees. In fact, if I scroll up, that ski bowl, see right there? All that snow is gone. In fact, look at Timberline's base, 13 inches. And if you look at the live cam on the resort by the Bruno lift, that doesn't look like 13 inches. That looks like a mess. The bottom line here is all of that 2 feet to 30 inches plus that fell last weekend, for the most part, it's all gone. And you can see that now. So that's unfortunate. We were very lucky that that runoff did not lead to any of the rivers out of the Cascades flooding. The only rivers we had flooding for the most part were the ones out of the Coast Range, for the most part. Here's Government Camp. Again, very wet, 36 degrees. All the passes are wet, but those passes will get snow on them just like that starting tomorrow. So make sure you check those travel conditions. And with that said, I just want to show you the 7-day. You know, honestly, I'm kind of weather fatigued, and I'm thrilled that the forecast, although it's been a little slow to get out of here, we are on track to ending what has been an ongoing weather pattern of heavy rain totals at times going all the way back to last Thursday and Friday. And by the way, if you haven't heard, Portland now right around 5.5 inches of total rain for the month of December. Normal is 5.77. We're probably going to get enough rain tomorrow to go over what is considered normal for the month for the entire 31-day period. We had 13, 14 inches of rain total going back to last Friday in the Willapa Hills. We had over a foot in some of the real wet spots on the Coast Range. Just been crazy. So tomorrow, heavy showers. Don't forget some thunder and hail are a possibility. Everybody's in the 40s tonight. It gets cool for the first time in a while. 49 the high tomorrow. A few showers Friday with some breaks. Pretty dry day overall. 41, 48. That washout of a Saturday, if you have outdoor plans Saturday, if you're thinking about putting up Christmas lights yet, it's going to be a rainy day. 39 to 51. Should get warm air advection. And then we stay pretty warm Sunday morning in the 40s. A shower chance lingers Sunday. It's tough to tell if that's kind of a, you know, we really do have some showers kind of throughout the day, or if the rain chance ends at some point. But right now I've got us all dry. All weather models show this on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, with the next chance of rain showing up Thursday. Notice we'll get back into some freezing temperatures next week in the morning as well. And then real quick before I let you go, this is the PDX sheet for this month. December 3rd, 61 degrees we hit. And then that night, going into the 4th, it was a record, what we call high-low temperature of 56. And then on December 4th, if you haven't heard, it was 67. The warmest record all time at PDX ever in the month of December. And it's actually warmer than any temperature we've ever had in the month of January, too. It was crazy. And then on yesterday, December 5th, coming off of that 67, it was 57 in the morning. Strangely, that wasn't a record. I think the record is 58 for that day. And then yesterday was 64. That was a record. And then today we've been in the 50s. So saying goodbye to a crazy, crazy weather pattern. I'm meteorologist Rod Hill. My weather site's portlandweather.com. Thank you for taking the time to listen and follow my forecast. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do so and tell your friends. And I'll talk to you soon.